Hello, hello, and welcome back to Smoke Room. Ah, uh, so I assume we're back with Sammy Boy? That would make sense if he's narrating that William's been away. So, yeah, I think we'll just get right in there. William's been away for a while. It's hard not to think about the whole experience last night. How he described the body fighting against the mind, and our bodies being cages, and how we came to love and hate our cages at the same time. Paul says, "For the mind that is set on the flesh is hostile to God, for it does not submit to God's law. Indeed, it cannot." Never much cared for Paul. He didn't even know Jesus. And he doesn't have much interest in living through the struggle of sin. His advice is more or less, just don't have it. Which makes me think he lied a lot. To make people only hate their cages. To reveal in death. To reveal in breaking out of them as soon as we can. To rush into someplace they don't know. Blind faith or eternal death. That doesn't sound like Jesus at all. If he sins against you 7 times in one day, and each time he comes to say, "I repent," you must forgive him. Not 7 times, but 77 times. Jesus believed that sin and redemption were a journey. Paul didn't want to walk at all, so to speak. Who in blazes does this? I think, I think he has a lot of crazy, special jazz numbers that he worried about getting scratched or taken. There's There's not been a whole lot to do for these two once they found out Will locked his record cabinet. Surely he could leave something cheap out. At the very least, a holiday jingle or two. I wouldn't say the sheriff is much of a Noel type. They both flinch when somebody knocks at the door. Is Will finally back? Nah, he has his own key, so it wouldn't make much sense for him to be knocking. Back in a jiffy. Bit of an odd expression. Samuel, would you happen to know the increment of time that constitutes a jiffy? Don't know. It's just an expression people say. I've heard people use it before at my university, but it's much more prevalent here. How fun. Sam, you have a lady friend at the door. He lowers his voice. And she smells real nice. Like apples. Cynthia walks up to us through the doorway. She looks more dolled up than usual. Cynthia. Good afternoon, Sam. Hello, Miss Cynthia. Oh. You took me by surprise. Good afternoon, Mr. Tibbets. You look absolutely radiant today. Thank you. Now, I don't mean to be curt, but might I have some privacy with Mr. Ayers? Well, of course. You heard the lady. Now move out. Todd practically tackles Cliff out of the office, leaving Cynthia alone with me. Christ, Todd. If this was somebody else, it would have been a problem. It's been a few days. Yeah, I suppose it has. I guess I kind of lost track. She walks over to Will's desk and starts rifling through his drawers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing?
Learning.
That's illegal, Cynthia.
Tremendous.
She pulls out a notebook, flips through a few pages, and rips them out. Lord have mercy, what are you up to?
Just taking a few things about me and some friends that he has, that's all. I don't see the big deal.
He's gonna know you took them.
Then I'll just lie. He shouldn't have this stuff in the first place.
He's working on a case, for Christ's sake. You might screw something up.
If he wants to record this information, then he can ask these girls for it to their faces himself. That sound good?
Whatever.
Is he using you to spy on people?
He hasn't asked.
Make sure he doesn't.
I roll my neck. If he does, then that's my call to make, isn't it? She puts down the journal as neatly as she found it.
I'm warning you, Sam. Folks in our line of work are the first to get blamed when shit hits the fan. Happened to my friends in Colville and in Peyton. It's definitely happened before here, too.
Wouldn't he have done that to me already if he was gonna do it?
I never said I think he dislikes you, Sam.
She flaps the pages she tore out of the book loudly. Then she stuffs them into her purse.
I just can't ignore what he is, and I don't think you should either. Just find a way to protect yourself, even if you don't have to use it. And come back to work tonight. We miss you.
All right. I'll go in. We hear the front door open. I feel my throat drop into my stomach when I hear William's voice. I'm back, Sam. I look back and forth from him to Cynthia, and she just crosses her arms. And Cynthia, too.
Didn't think I'd be dropping by here either, but if it's the only way to see Sam for days, then I guess it's all I can do.
She adjusts her purse and walks past Will into the doorway.
Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, gentlemen. You know where to find me.
Will watches her leave. The hell was going on here? She's mad that I'm not at the brothel enough. Perfect timing, then. He took some money out of his pocket and put it into my hand. For last night. Should be enough to get them off your back for a while, right? It won't hurt. But I think she wants to see me more. Will shrugs. Then maybe she should start paying. Hilarious. I brought you something to eat.
What? That's adorable.
What? More beans? It's a sandwich. A real nice looking one. Is that smoked salmon? There's a nice place downtown that was open. Did you put anything for yourself? Did you get anything for yourself? Ugh. I ate on the way. I'm glad Sam likes the sandwich.
That's a nice drawing of Sam.
Cats are supposed to like salmon, right? Todd, watch over the station while I head to the stag.
Oh? So, are you finally gonna learn how to dance, Sheriff?
This isn't for fun, Todd. I'm going to scoop the place out and ask some questions. And I already know how to dance.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You do an awful lot.
Why don't you show him how, Sheriff? He seems eager. Oh, shut the hell up, Sam.
I've been told I can be very eager. Numerous times.
Nah, this is something I think the sheriff should do. Smarmy. Smarmy shit. You're the eager... Wait. You're the expert on moving your legs. You do it.
Sam's a dancer?
No.
Oh, nonsense. Everyone's a dancer when they find the right rhythm. Now let's find some music and make some ourselves.
Have fun, Sam. I guess it's time to finally make my way over to this club. I know the directions, roughly. Which means I'm gonna be walking for a while.
Am I meeting up with Nick?
One of the busiest places in town. It sure is, out of the goddamn way of everything. Though, considering the kind of things that go down down there, I suppose that's part of the point. It looks like a massive barn. But it doesn't smell like one. I know what a bar smells like. The wide double doors are held open by a big rock, so it doesn't look like this place is closed off in them. There's a big figure in the distance lumbering towards me. That you, Nick? If you want to go for a drink, we should have invited all of the others. I am sure that I'm sure they would love to see how drunk I could get you. The last thing I want is a scene here. I could help it. Wait. Could you help me fit in? Maybe get cozy with some of the regulars. Well, do not wear the badge, obviously. Already took it off, Nick.
Whoops, sorry.
Puh, it is dark. Just put in an effort to have a good time and people will talk without asking. I'm on a time crunch, Nick. There are other places I still have to be. Very well, very well. He beckons towards the front door. Shall we then? I nod and sigh. After you. It's so packed. It's packed so dense I can hardly move.
Oh, let's, that looks a bit loud, so we'll turn this down a bit. These videos get copyright claimed enough. Go to the upper beams, check out the bar. We're checking out the fucking bar. We're gonna get drunk.
I see an opening to fit into the bar, so I sit on one of the bar stools right now so I don't miss my chance. The bartender strolls over slowly.
What will it be?
Just a scotch on the rocks.
Coming right up.
The bartender turns his head towards me and squints at me.
Hey, I know you.
Oh boy, here comes trouble.
You're Sheriff Adler.
I hear some adjustments in the seats next to me. Right now, I'm just thirsty. Thanks.
How come you're not wearing your badge?
Because I don't tend to need it for folks to know who I am. And I'm on a case. Are you saying you have time to talk to me?
Your drink will be right up.
He hurries away, and I can feel the breath leaving my lungs. That's what I thought. That was the scene that didn't need to be one. Some folks clear their seats beside me. A big, sonoran wolf stares at me through the space they left behind.
This lad. Okay. I've seen people posting about him. He's kind of chunky. He's a good design. Like, ooh. I, mm. I mean, he's no Leo, but he's alright. He's alright. I think I like him more than William's design. Please don't chastise me in the comments for that. I don't know, I always thought, like, William's design was a little much. Like, having the scars, the sideburns, it's all, like, there's almost too much gay bait going on. And yeah, sure, it's working. But I feel like this guy is, like, gay bait, but a little more subtle about it, you know? He's still got that, like, somewhat hairy arm thing going on. He's got some, like, chin scruff. That's kind of hot. You know how it is.
He stands up, saunters over with a bit of a swagger, then takes the seat next to me. Bit hard out there for a lawman, ain't it? Hard out here for most people. Patronizing me won't get you far. Easy there, tough guy. Who says I'm looking to get anywhere?
Just grabbing a thing.
He leans in and strokes the edge of his beer glass with an index finger. Your posture, your tone, your gaze. You like to play games. What's so wrong with a game or two?
Right, I get it. I like playing games on occasion, you know. A nice game of Vanguard, a nice game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It can be pretty nice.
Kane's the name. I feel a groan rumble out of my throat. That doesn't even rhyme. You calling me a poet? Careful now. I could take offense to that. I sip a little deeper and don't mind the burn. If you want to waste your own time, go ahead, but there's not a whole lot of scotch in this glass. Truth be told, I just think your I just like to think your scars are interesting. Be careful about what you call interesting. Can I know how you got them? The swipe to the face was me getting too close to a thug after knocking a gun out of his hand. Sliced like a ribbon. Sliced me to ribbons. And what about the chunk of your ear? That was a bit of good old-fashioned torture. You say that pretty casual-like. I was trained for it.
He's got a gun. Huh.
It's good that you know how to bounce back. Most men don't get far if they don't. Too true. Say, do you like a brawl, Sheriff? Why? You want to find out? Would you fight me if I gave you a kiss? That's real cute. Who's joking? The hell is this guy? Thanks, but I don't have time. Pity. Hard to find folks around who can push as hard as they give. I suppose that's true. But I've finished my drink. Find me another time if you want to get physical, lawman. Just for a bit of fun. I'm flattered. I feel his eyes on my back, so I rise out of my seat. Good thing I can see him in the mirror across the room if he tries to any sudden moves. Okay. Move to the ladder, and we can escape the crowd. I know some people we can talk to. It might be easier to scope out the place if I look for a higher position. Might as well climb up the ladder and see what I've got to work with. There's a severe looking fella in the eastern clothes sitting by the rails by himself. He looks like a sable. Say, Nick, do you know any folks in these parts who's be comfortable to share what they know with me? Maybe someone a little less cagey. Well, this is a spirited place, Will, especially after a few drinks. But I know some good Union men who will share what they know, if they believe in the cause. Over there, for example. Oi!
Damn. Okay, so, I assume this is Dimitri and Friends, and I assume this is Chang? Was that his name? Ooh, I don't remember. But I like him, so...
He might think that he was minding his own business, but I caught him staring multiple times. Which either means he's curious about me, or he wants me to leave. Let's find out which. Mind if I take a seat? He dabs his pen in the ink again and keeps writing. If you insist, though, I will be involved in my work. What sort of work? Translations. You kept giving me looks, so you know who I am, don't you? Difficult not to. Well, I promise I'm not here to give you a hard time. I just hoped that the good people here could help me understand a little more about James Hendricks and his relationship with the employees. I have reason to believe that somebody might be trying to hurt his employees, and some folks are already hurt. I no longer work there, so I would not know. But do you know anything that might support the claim that Mr. Hendricks is putting his own employees in danger? The Sable looks like he's thinking. I can tell you more. I can tell you something, General. Anything helps. Mr. Hendricks, very blatantly, have favored employees. However, so does Mr. Briggs.
Seems like the CGC employees loyal to the company don't even get along. Some favor James, some favor Briggs. Oh, I didn't read that. There were very little overlaps in the two groups, and it traditionally bred resentment. But that's all I can tell you. Thanks. That's been a very helpful, Mr. What was your name again? Call me Jiba. That was not what he went by in Nick's route. Interesting. Okay. I tried to pronounce it, but it's a bit of a mouthful. Thank you, Mr. Jiba. Oh, call me anytime. Strange fella. Shame about his hand. Nick keeps nudging me towards a round table where a few men are talking. Dimitri, Paul, Philippe. He pointed to the bear, the wolverine, and the jackrabbit, respectively. Say hello to Sheriff Adler. Sheriff, you say? We'd be happy to speak with him. Would we? He is working on more than a few dangerous cases. So what? One of the men involved shot me. Oh. Well, that changes things. You hurt?
Not yet, thankfully. But for how long? Who can say?
Just tell us what you need already, damn it.
I'm glad you changed your tune, Paul. Now that we might, now what might we help you with? I know it's not exactly a secret that your folks aren't happy with the management at CGCS.
I don't give a damn about the management. I just want more pay.
The management, could be better, could also be better. Our chapter isn't exactly limited on our every foot, but frustrations are certainly at an all-time high. I know, know anyone frustrated to assassinate one of James's higher-ranking employees?
If you're here to sniff around for information about James, the stag won't do you much good. The hip is more his speed.
In what way?
The carnal way.
Noted.
I hear that man gets stuck in women more times than Taffy got stuck in the presidential bathtub.
Is he trying to make me vomit? That paints a picture all right. Anything else you can tell me? I think he doesn't seem to like the barkeep much.
He doesn't like Harlan? Huh. I should go to City Hall. Okay.
Sounded like he gets in fights with him enough.
Not enough to get him banned from the establishment, apparently.
Well, we all know what he's like. You're a lifesaver, Nick. I think I might have enough here. I might have enough here, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. Why won't you stay for a little longer? I'm sure you have other mutual interests we could discuss other than James 3. I'm on a time crunch, I'm afraid, but I think that's not a bad idea once this case is under control. I'll hold you to that. People usually do. There's a bar and there's a bar and a dance floor downstairs. They could be somebody down there with loose lips with all the alcohol. That's probably all I'm gonna get out of the people for right now. I think I'm done here. Thanks for all the help, Nick, but I don't think there's a whole lot of left for me here to learn. You want to come around back to the station with me? Sam will be there, won't he? He sounds resentful. Possibly, unless one of his friends called him back to the brothel for chores. I think I'll stay here for a little longer. Did something happen between the two of you? He lied to us for weeks, Will. He had his reasons, didn't he? For you, absolutely. But me, I expect more trust. He told us eventually, didn't he? He told you. I think it's because he had given up. He seemed ready for the worst. But he should know that he can come to me for anything. And I think he would have if he were in a better state of mind. Maybe you should take some comfort in that. Maybe. So, are you in a better state now? No. But you're right. So I will be, eventually. He shifts his weight from the left foot to the right and looks over to the bar. Good night. Until next time. I hope he, meant what he says. Time to go. Everywhere I've been today seems to be pointing me to the same direction. The hip.
The workers at the hip are the best source of information in town.
Dora's carved out a sizable space in this Podank. The CGCS put Echo on the map economically, but the brothel is the only thing in town that attracts genuine celebrities. Not everyone might be able to afford the hip daily. But everyone's been here at least once. But it's not the prostitutes who love the madame.
But it's not just the prostitutes, okay.
Mormons and Meseta, Marxists and capitalists, atheists and Protestants, suffragettes and bull moose boys and yes men conservatives. They might not break bread together, but they mingle in and out day and night under the uneasy soldiery of sex and socialization. It's 1 a.m. there, so it's 11 p.m. here. I walk up to the stairs and go through the double doors. The powder room is fully active. The first person I look for is the person I don't want to see. But I don't see her, for now. But I have no idea how long I'll have. I might have time to interview only one person. Cynthia is,
flittering? Okay.
To and from nearly every single male in the room, starting conversations. Evening, Cynthia. She gives me a look.
Evening, Adler.
Saw you coming back from the station today.
And?
Just wondering what it's all about. You left in a bit of a hurry when you saw me walk through the door.
It's hard to have a conversation with Sam when you're monopolizing him.
The hell? That's crazy talk.
Is it now? I've barely seen him at work now that he's running around town with you.
He's a free agent.
Funny how you're saying that. You know he told me, don't you?
He did what?
It seems like that scares you.
Because it does.
Now why's that, exactly?
I lower my voice to a whisper. Because it could get him in deep trouble.
Or maybe you're just scared that I'll convince him that you're taking advantage of his fear.
The hell's gotten into her? You tell the story to anybody with loose lips, and you'll damn him, woman.
You really think the word of one Meseta hooker is more trustworthy than the big shot sheriff? I thought you were supposed to be smart, Adler.
God, she gets really sneaky when she's mad.
If you use him like you use the rest of this brothel, and then leave him to rot, you'll take some damage.
She's never been this brazen with me before. I'm not doing any of that.
Are you kidding me? His habits are completely different now. I don't believe for a second that you aren't influencing him to stay with you.
Calm yourself.
Oh, the volume seems a bit low, so I'll turn this up just a little bit. Yeah.
I'm just trying to teach him to protect himself for once in his life. What he does with that is up to him. And he's not safe being on his own yet. There are things going on that you don't know about. She holds up a digit.
I'll give you one chance, Adler. One. If you fuck him up, I promise I will find some way to make you pay.
One chance is all I need. Don't you dare make me regret this. Sam needs to sleep more. Maybe Cynthia does too. I take a deep breath as she walks away. Shit! I wonder who pissed in her grit this morning. I've got to shake this off. I'm here for a reason besides Sam tonight. Too many people pointing me in this direction for me to ignore that. The first strange thing I see is Harlan serving drinks. Dora is on the couch, watching me ever since I entered the room. Why is this in a different font? Curious. The only other person who'd be easy to access is Ethel, sitting along on the couch. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, I'll end the part here, Leave it a surprise for next time who I choose, but I'll see you around, everyone.